Before we even get to it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you smash that notification bell. Alright, today's video is about whether or not you can make money in your 20s, right? And look, the simple answer is, when you think about it, when you're in your 20s, okay, my advice is, don't be a hero, okay? Get you a job, save your salary, and don't be a hero, okay? Don't go out there. You're not gonna want to hear this, but don't go out there, don't be buying them expensive things, you know what I'm saying? Don't be out there buying them Balenciagas for 500 quid and all of them other crazy stupid Balmain whatever. Stop putting your money into someone else's child's trust fund, okay? Be smart, okay? So keep what's yours in your pocket, or if you can't help yourself, get any job, okay? It doesn't matter if you are stacking shelves, or if you're doing care work, or if you are doing the bins, okay? It doesn't matter, all right? What you need to make sure you do, right, is make sure that you're saving half of your salary, half of your paycheck every month. Just save it, because when you're in your 20s, right, you're going to realize that this is the first time where you're actually living life without having any supervision. Right. I know some of you might be like, I'm always supervised, but no, think about it. Before you reached 18, everything you did was compulsory, right? Like education was compulsory, right? Now, you're in your 20s, this is the first time where you have a job, you can drive, and like, you can do things that are not so compulsory. You know what I'm saying? You can do things that are not so compulsory. So your mind is all over the place. You want to go out, you want to splurge, and you want to come back home late. But this is all a trap that you're going to realize once you get into your 30s, and trust me, you're going to be kicking yourself every single day once you reach your 30s, because you're going to look back at your life and be thinking, oh my God, if I just saved half of my salary, yeah, I would have been in a position where I can actually do something with my life. Because most of us, we see all of them videos, you know, money being thrown all over the place, Lamborghinis here, this and that. Look, I'm sorry, but you ain't getting a Lamborghini when you're 20, okay? Like, think of, dude, realistically, how many guys do you know who are under 20, who are under 30, who have a Lamborghini? Like, people who you really know, honestly, like, you can call right now and be like, yo, I just need to check the air pressure on your Lamborghini, where you at right now, okay? You got nobody like that. Don't lie to yourself, okay? Don't lie to yourself. Just be honest and realize that nobody really makes money when they are under 30. That's why all these guys who are like billionaires, when they are under 30, everyone is like, wow, how did they do it? Because it's a red herring, fam. It is something that doesn't happen. Think about it this way. Get you a job, yeah. I don't care if it's Tesco or if it's Asda or Walmart, whatever. Yeah. Get you a job, right? I'm telling you this. Get you a job that pays you, let's just say it pays you 12 grand every year, right? It pays you 12,000 every year. Get you that job and keep it for the next 10 years, but from 20 to 30. You understand what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, you got no qualifications, you got nothing, yeah. The only thing you got is your 5 GCSEs, or O levels as they say it now. You got your GCSEs, you got your O levels. Get a job, even in McDonald's. Get a job in McDonald's, or get a job stacking shelves, right? They're paying you $12,000 a year. You save half of that, okay? You save half of that every year. You understand what I'm saying? If they're paying you $12,000 every year, that means that they're paying you. This is just a rough estimate. If they're paying you $12,000 a year, that means that every month you're being paid £1,000, right? You're being paid £1,000 every month. From that £1,000, look, you're 20. Stay with your parents. There's no shame in that. If people want to laugh at you, let them laugh at you now. But once you make it, yeah, once you make it, those people are going to be looking at you like, how did you make it? You understand what I'm saying? So just think. Don't listen to these naysayers. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? Because that's where the sense be. You save half of that £1,000 every month. Okay, not even for the whole 12 months. Okay, let's just say you give yourself 2 months to splurge, where you just do whatever you want with the money. So you save that money, you save half of that paycheck for 10 months every year, right? 10 months every year, you're saving. That's £500 for the next 10 months. In 10 months' time, if you're saving £500 every month, you're going to have £5,000. In 10 years' time, you're going to have £50,000. This is why I'm saying I'm kicking myself in the foot all the time, because like, I didn't realize this earlier. If I had realized this earlier, oh my God, you would have had 50 grand. Okay, by the time you're 30, you will have £50,000. How many people right now do you know who have £50,000 just laying around in their bank account? No one, because they got caught up in the moment and they did all of that YOLO stuff, okay? And even worse, no one told them this. That's why I'm saying it now, okay? That's why I'm saying it now, because trust me, if someone had told me this back then, if someone had told me this back then, by now, I would have been like Scarface. By now, I would have been a millionaire by now. I'd have my own car, my own golf course, my own boat. This world is just one big... You get what I mean? So, you have 50 grand, okay? When you have 50 grand and you walk into a bank and you say you want to borrow money, they respect that, okay? 50 grand of your own money, they respect that, okay? Because it happened to me, okay? It happened to me when I got the disrespect. You understand? It was like a reality check, and it hit me and I was just like, wow, why didn't I think about this? Why, oh why? But nobody told me this, so I'm telling you now, okay? The other thing you need to pay heed to, okay, the other thing you need to pay heed to is to not buy anything on finance, okay? Don't buy anything on finance or on layaway. That is the easiest way to ruin your credit rating, because what might happen is sometimes you might lose your job. Companies close down. You might lose your job. You might get sick. Things happen. Life happens, yeah. So you might not be able to be consistent with your payments on those things that you bought on layaway or on finance. And that is when the creditors come in. They ruin your credit. That even if you end up saving all of that money, right, and you go to a bank and ask for a loan, they're not going to give it to you because your credit rating is next to... your credit rating is fucked up and they're not giving you nothing, okay? They're not giving you nothing. The other thing you need to realize is, if you want to borrow money when you're in your 20s, because to have a business, right, because you want to make money, you need to have a proper business, right? For you to have a proper business, you need to borrow money. All of the billionaires, all of the millionaires, they had to borrow money from someone, okay? The ones that didn't borrow money, they're either lying or they're never going to tell you what they did. They are never going to tell you what they did, because this is what people do when they make money. Listen, why would someone tell you what they did for free? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to tell you this, okay? They're not going to tell you. And I'm saying this because I'm sick of people just hiding these secrets, okay, from us, and we end up broke and we end up on that cycle and all of this. So I'm telling you this so that when you are 30, you can be sinking in the moolah, okay? So listen. Don't buy anything on finance. Keep your credit record clean. The only thing you can get, maybe you can get like a mobile phone, right? If you get a car, just buy a banger, okay? Think about it this way. Why do you think like even car insurance is expensive when you're in your 20s, okay? It's because insurance companies know this, like you're not stable enough and you don't have a family of your own, okay? You're not stable enough to keep consistent payments on things, and you're more likely living on a YOLO vibe, so you're just a risk, okay? You're just a risk. Yeah, so keep your credit record clean, okay? Because you're gonna want to borrow money, okay? You're gonna want to borrow money later. If your idea is really good enough, you're gonna want to borrow money. So keep your credit rating clean, keep your credit check clean, okay? And you can do it, okay? It can be done. It's just that people don't tell you what not to do. It can be done, okay? Remember, I said don't be a hero. The reason I am saying don't be a hero is this: most people will come up in their 20s, they will have like these fancy ideas where, when you're doing your A-levels, you're all brainwashed, you're thinking, oh, my idea is like this, my idea is like that, it's gonna work. Idea is gonna work. So in your 20s, you're like, you know what? I can't be asked to work for anyone else. Let me just stop working. I think I've saved enough. Let me stop working and let me go and start my own business. You see how you see and you hear how stupid it sounds, yeah? Listen, if you can't help yourself, right, and you're thinking, okay, I'm tired of working for other people, let me start doing my business. This is how you need to do it, okay? You need to make sure that your business idea is generating money before you quit your current job, okay? You need to make sure that your current business idea has generated enough money to sustain you while you're jobless for the next 12 months at least. Because remember, statistics say that 90% of new businesses fail within the first year. Why? Because, first of all, you don't have any savings and you don't have a proper company structure in place, right? So when things start to go belly up, You're just gonna quit and go back to your job, and things always go belly up in the beginning. Okay, having a business is almost like when you're a baby, and you're trying to walk. Things always go belly up when you're still a baby and you're trying to walk, isn't it? After a while, you get the hang of it. You can walk, you can run, and then you can be Usain Bolt. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, don't be a hero. Don't quit your job until your business has generated enough money to sustain you for the next 12 months, including all your expenses. You understand what I'm saying? Because if it's a real business, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to sustain you. It's supposed to sustain you when everything is not, because you're only working on your business. Working on your business is hard. What people never tell you is this, okay, that if you have your own business and you're the only one working in there, or you got your partners, if you get sick, okay, there is no sick pay, fam. There is no sick pay. If you get sick, you still have to come to work. You think bossman down the road, when he gets sick, he's going to be like, no, let someone come. Nah, he's going to be like, his snot all over. His snot all over your products and stuff. And he keeps working because he knows if he stays even a day without working, his light bills are going to be in trouble by the end of the month. Okay, so you make sure that you don't quit your job until your business is operational enough to have saved you a year's worth of earnings. Okay, a year's worth of earnings from your current job. Okay, so that means, let's say you're in your job right now, you're earning £1,000 a week, and that's good for you. That's good for you. You need to make sure that your business is generating at least, it's generating enough money to cover your expenses and the running costs of that business. You understand? So when I say expenses, I'm saying that your expenses are now the business's expenses as well. You understand? So when I say expenses, it's all joined together. So your running costs and your expenses, your business has to be able to cover that for at least 12 months. That way, you don't have too much pressure when you quit your job thinking about, oh my God, if this fails, what am I going to do? Because this is what breaks most of the people who start up in business. Okay, you're thinking like, oh my God, if I fail, it's just too much pressure, okay, and you end up failing, okay, and there's no shame in that, okay, there's no shame in failing, but sometimes you need to fail with class. You understand what I'm saying? You need to fail with class. You understand? So you need to make sure that if you're failing, it's because of an act of God. Okay, that's just how I'll keep it. If you fail, it has to be because of something that even when you try to explain it to your friends, they'll be just like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I don't even understand how that works. Because yes, when you have your business, you're going to be out there bringing to your friends talking about, I'm my own boss now. I'm my own boss. You need to know that you are doing your business to make money, not to be your own boss. Okay, I once heard someone say, the reason why most businesses fail is that most people are starting their businesses to be their own boss, but most successful people start their business to make money. So you need to even have a different mindset towards how you approach the operational standards of your company. You need to make sure that if you are running your company, you need to make sure that if you are running your company, you are running it to make money, not to be your own boss. That comes after. So yeah, when you're in your 20s, okay, make sure that you are using these techniques that I'm telling you. Save half of your salary for the next 10 years until you're 30. Okay, keep your credit record clean. The other half of your money, if you are a guy, my advice is use it to travel and see the world. Okay, when you're in your 20s, don't let anyone gas you up. Okay, this is like that movie Friday when Ice Cube is like, don't let that man gas you up, daddy. You just run a cops. We ain't on that LAPD shit. Okay, you need to know that people out there will gas you up so that you can spend money on their materials here, and then you end up broke. Been there, done that. I'm telling you, this is it. Have your pen, have your paper. Okay, when you're in your 20s, have your business idea and save half of your salary until you're in your 30s. Okay, keep your credit check clean. Okay, when you have all of that, you will have enough money and a clean enough record. You can walk into a bank and you can ask them for whatever amount that you literally want. It might not in terms of like $1 billion, but think about it this way. Remember that math that we did earlier, $5,000 every year, right? That's just, you remember, you haven't learned any bad habits yet. If you had say in your 20s, right? You haven't learned any bad habits yet. Trust me, bad habits come after your 30. You're now a smoker, you're now a hard party goer, you are now a person who's got all of these dodgy commitments and all that because nobody taught you any better. Okay, so this is key. Okay, this is key. Save your money, save half of your salary, okay, until you're in your 30s. Keep your record check clean, okay, and then you can walk into a bank and ask for a loan, and no one's going to give you any hullabaloo. You've managed to save £50,000. You have a good credit record, good credit check, and all this time in the past 10 years, you've been putting together a bulletproof business plan and a solid company structure. And you walk into the bank and you ask them to support you £140,000. You understand? That means you will have £200,000 when you're in your 30s. How many people do you know who can say they have £200,000 right now? They're not even 30, they're not even 40. You know, nobody does. You understand what I'm saying? So my advice to you will be to do that, and that will be your way in to the higher society. You get what I'm saying? It'll be just like your toe. You know, your toe was like, you know, these guys, they got so much money, they're probably living in space. It's like Elysium out here. You know what I'm saying? So for us commoners, 200 grand is like, it'll get you that ticket. You know, it'll get you that ticket on that black market ship. You know what I'm saying? That'll sneak you in. That'll sneak you into Elysium. You know what I'm saying?